Yo, what's up guys? And in today's video I will be showcasing the best money making method for beginners and for people who have been playing the game for a minute. So if you came from my last video, I know that video wasn't very great, but I will be showing you guys the actual best money making methods and going through with all of them, instead of just showing it to you guys like other YouTubers and having a bunch of money so it looks like they made a bunch of money. So without further ado, let me show you to all my money making methods. If you watched my last video, you probably know that the best money making method for beginners is water buckets. Why water buckets, you ask? Water buckets are the best money making method because they go for around 10 to 15k on auctions, except for apparently right now because they hate me, and yeah. But another thing that is good for beginners, as said in my last video, is selling crafting tables. Those are used for traps, which then people need them a lot. So look, as soon as this one sells, it's about 3k per, which is really good because they sell pretty fast, and I love bug rock. And then with that is a lot of money. So in this video I'll be showing you 100% the best money making methods on the Donutsmp for new players. So let's go. So if you're a new player, I recommend you go down, chop a tree, of course, and then once you chop a tree, you start selling them. You start selling crafting tables, or you start selling signs, because signs are a form of communication which is needed if you want to talk to streamers or something, because if they have private messages off, then how are you going to talk to them? Signs. So that will be your first money making method if crafting tables are low. If crafting tables are not low, do not do the sign method. Sign method is slightly slower than the crafting table method, so you don't want to do that. So let's check the auction house for signs. Yep, 5k per, and now we sell ours for 4k. And they're already selling. So now that they're selling, what you want to do is probably you want to make a stone tool. So keep mining, and then once you make a stone tool, that's when you can go and chop some more trees. So I'll fast forward this until I'm done with all the stone tools I need. So see you there.
Alright, now that we have all our stone tools, now this is the part where you want to start chopping down a lot of trees. So, you just want to start out by chopping trees, like normal Minecraft, but instead you're just selling them. And
turning them into signs. This method is very repeatable to 1 mil, but it will not be what we will do. As shown, it makes you 25k, very simple, very easy. And if prices raised, which they did not, they lowered actually by like a lot. Well, it's just at 1k. So now we can sell ours for 4k, and ours will probably go before his. See? We're already being bought. Alright. So once all of those sell, since now you're probably at 100k from doing this method, you want to find a big water source. Once you locate a big water source, which I was lucky there was one right here. Make a crafting table real quick. What you want to do is look on the auction. Look for, that's not it. Look for iron. And then look for the cheapest stack. So it's going for about 20k almost all the time. So once you, okay, guess that's fine. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Now, what you do is just fill up with water buckets. So now, I have a bunch of water buckets, and I sell them on auction for, let's see, for around 3k each. Now, why this works is because you get sold instantly. See? Water buckets get sold instantly. Why do they get sold instantly? You need them for farms, or you also need them for trapping people in the water to make them stuck and drown, as well as you're shooting arrows at them. So let's keep selling water buckets till we're about at 100k or 100k or so. All our water buckets have sold, and they're being resold for 3k on auction. So now what you want to do is you want to either keep repeating this method until you're up to 1 mil, or another method you could do is build a tree farm. Now, it doesn't sound the most efficient, but tree farms can make you over millions in just maybe minutes, possibly even seconds, because if you sell your oak logs on auction, or if you sell your crafting tables on auction and all that, you will start making millions in seconds. So that's a good money making method. I will be showcasing a tree farm I build later in the video. So, well, actually, we'll start it right now. I don't really care if this gets found, so we'll just throw it together real quick. Throw it together in a flat spot. This is not flat enough at all. See you guys when I reach a flat spot. Alright, now that we've reached a flat enough spot, other than these chains right here, I guess, now what we want to do is set up a dispenser. Once you get your dispenser, then you order bone meal because it will be very cheap. Look, it's only $20 per. So you can order thousands of these without having to lose a lot of money. So, bone meal, and we'll
buy it for 22, and we'll buy 3,000. That was only 66k, and it's gonna make us a lot of our money back. Alright, so now, once you got all your bone meal, you wanna have a sapling. If you don't have a sapling, don't worry, just buy one from the auction. Now, you take your bone meal order, throw it out, and fill this up with bone meal. Now what you wanna do?
Alright, sorry for the delay there. I had to put a chest down for all that bone meal. Alright, so now what you want to do is order or go on the auction house, get a redstone repeater or a repeater. They're around 5k per. Buy 2 of those. For me, I'm just gonna have to use a lever because I spent all my money on saplings for 0 reason, which was very stupid of me. Do not spend that much on saplings. Alright, so now what you want to do is just bone meal your tree. Take the axe that I told you to get and chop it down. That's literally it. That's the whole method. See? Another one grows. Now we have another tree. If you if you aren't as broke as me, you could probably make this automated, but I was stupid. So now you just look at the price of crafting tables or whatever is the most expensive with selling with logs. So let's check crafting tables. Crafting tables are up to 5k per. This is really good because if they're up to 5k per and you have 10, that's already 50k. So each sell fish or sell 4k. Already selling. So we're just gonna leave these up on auction, and once they all sell, I'll tell you guys the time it took, and I'll see you there. Alright, so now that majority of our crafting tables have sold, now what we can do is make this automated, so I can show you how much better it works while it's automated. So what you want to do is set 2 redstone repeaters, set this repeater going this way and this repeater going this way. You need a comparator. You need a comparator in 3 pieces of redstone. I lied, you need 4. And now, what you do, turn that on. You can do it like this, or I think if you do it like that, yep, it works. So you don't need the repeaters at all. It just makes it so it goes at your pace. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this method for about 5 minutes, and I'll tell you how much it makes. So in about 5 minutes, this made us 60 logs. This is good because with these 60 logs, you can either make them into crafting tables and sell them for about either 10 to 4k or 4 to 10k. Or what else you can do with them is make them into levers. So you can turn them into sticks and then get some stone and turn them into levers. That sells for about 5k per. So since that's probably the best money making method right now for you, since you probably spent 5 minutes or 10 minutes working on that. So now all you do is just get some cobblestone, or you can buy it off the auction. So we'll sell 17 levers for 5k per. Or we could do 6k per. H sell 6. Okay. Levers are good because you need them for farms or you need them for traps. So they are overall good. That lever sold in an instant. Let's check just to make sure that we're still the lowest. Yep. Keep selling. So all in all, the tree farm method made us about 100k in profit in about 10 minutes. And if you do the math, that's not very good, because 100k in 10 minutes means in 100 minutes you'll reach 1 mil. So, since in 100 minutes you'll reach 10 mil, that is not a good money making method. So our next money making method would be order flipping. Order flipping is when you buy something off orders for cheap and then you resell it on auction for way more expensive. So like that, bone meal is going for 5k per stack. This is good because we only bought it for around 22 times 64. We only bought it for around 1k. So this is good. So if you have leftover bone meal from the tree farm, or if you didn't do the tree farm, then yeah, they were at 50k for a second. And so let's look at bone meal again. 5k per. H sell 4.9k. Alright, as we wait for those to sell, now we look at something that is cheaper on orders than it is on auction. So let's see, if somebody wanted a repeater, repeaters are 400 each on auction or on order, which is good because you make a $4,600 profit every time you order something. So if you just one up this guy by barely anything. So let's sell it for, or buy it for $403. And let's buy, let's say 40. So that's 16k. Make sure we're still the highest. We already got 8 repeaters already. Move this bone meal out of our way. Throw out that. Oh. So now each, let's look at the price of repeaters. Repeaters are 9k per. So AH sell 7k. and ours is the cheapest, and they sold very fast. So already, with just those repeaters, we already made our profit back. We bought 40 for 16K, and we haven't even used all 40 yet. Look at this. We still have 32 left. They're selling still for 9.7K. So let's do 7K. Stupid Phantom. So I'll see you guys back once I sell all these repeaters. Alright, so while I was waiting for my repeaters to sell, as there's still more on auction, some people are one-upping me right now, which is fine because it'll be gone in a second anyway. But I made a little base. This will be where you do all your order flippings and farm buildings. And in a later video, I will show you what is the best farm to make, or I will make my own order flipping system where I order something and then I throw it in and then it makes something else that's bigger and better. So order flipping for beginners is going to be the best money making method. I'm sorry, but you can't just build an automated farm to automate a way for you if you're a new player. You have to work for it yourself. And with order flipping, with just using repeaters alone, I was able to make 400k, almost 400k in profit in just 20 minutes. If you calculate that, 400k in 20 minutes, and that's unlucky because people are one-upping me. If you just sell all of your repeaters instantly, or if you underprice, you could probably, like if you sell it for 4.8k, you could probably make 600k in about 10 minutes. And that's 1.2 mil every 20 minutes. So in an hour, that would be 1.2 mil times 4. 1.2 mil times 4 is 4.8 mil. You get 4.8 mil every hour. So yeah, I hope this video helps, and I hope you become the richest on the server. Donutsmp, a lot of people know that there are farms that can make you a lot of money in just a short amount of time. In this video, I'll be showing you what farms to make or not to make farms, and to just stick to manual labor. I sound like an AI.